So guys, ACC has just announced some huge changes related to its exam structure, paper structure, and everyone in the ACC community is talking about those changes. And I know many students are still now confused about its structure, whether they should start their ACC preparation after these changes are being implemented or whether they should start right now. I know you all are very confused, and that's exactly why I'm making this video. And I also know it very well that I'm quite late for making this video, and I also thought like I'm not going to make video on this topic because everyone has already discussed upon this topic because it was trending right now. But many students are still confused. Many students want me to give my own opinion and talk about this topic, and so many questions I was getting on my Instagram handle. Then I was just like, okay, I'm going to make a video on this. So here it is. Welcome and welcome back, guys. If you are new to my channel, my name is Norin Khatri and I am an ACCA affiliate. I like to create videos in order to help my fellow ACCA students. And in this video, we are going to talk about the changes which ACCA has announced. So before we jump into what exactly these changes are, let's talk about a very important question. Were these changes really necessary which are being introduced by the ACCA? The answer is 100% yes. Because look around yourself. Today's world is all about AI, data science, automation. You see in your life itself that you don't even want to write one paragraph without the help of ChatGPT, right? And if you have seen my this video where I talked about the implementation of AI and how it is going to affect the job market and how ACCA is keeping itself updated, I talked about this in my previous video itself that ACCA will not be lagged behind. ACCA is going to bring changes in order to keep itself updated, and this is what exactly ACCA has done. If you have watched the session released by the ACCA, then this structure is dependent on the four pillars: sustainability, ethics, AI, technology. And I feel this is the bold step which is taken by the ACCA, and I'm very happy that it is going to be introduced in our syllabus. Our syllabus is going to be structured around those four pillars, and if you see the real world, it is also surrounded by the four pillars, that is AI, sustainability, ethics, and technology. ACCA is just making sure that the ACCA students are future ready, they are not outdated, and when they go into the job market, they feel like, yes, I already know these topics. And another very important factor which ACCA has focused with these new changes is employability. And this is exactly why we do ACCA or any other qualification, right? We put in efforts, we study. Why? Just to get a career which respect our knowledge. So these changes which are being released by ACCA, they are not just academic, but they are career focused. All right, guys. Now we talked a lot about why ACCA has implemented these changes. Now let's talk about the real changes which are being officially implemented by the ACCA. Let's talk about the knowledge level first. Earlier, we used to have business technology BT as a first paper, but ACCA has introduced new changes and BT has been removed. And instead of this, business law has been introduced in our new structure. If you have watched my previous video where I talked about the knowledge level structure, there I talked about corporate and business law, and now this subject has officially shifted downwards into the knowledge level because its structure was similar to the other papers of knowledge level. Now let's talk about the another level, which is skill level. This level has been renamed as expertise level and it has five subjects. But the good thing is that these five subjects are similar to the skill level subject. Another thing which you need to keep in mind that there is going to be a little bit of renaming in those five subjects, and there is going to be introduction of new topics which will revolve around those four pillars which we discussed earlier. Now let's talk about the third level, which is professional level, and huge changes are being implemented in this level. The very first change, it has been renamed. Now we are going to call it strategic professional. And earlier, it means right now we have four papers which a student needs to give: two compulsory, two optional. But in the new changes, now we are going to have two compulsory papers, same as SBR and SBL, but it has been renamed to, and now the focus is going to be more on sustainability, data science, etc. But in the place of optional papers, where we used to give two optional papers, in the new changes, you only need to give one optional paper. As you all know that we used to have four options, and from those four options you need to choose two options. But in the new changes you are going to have five options, and from those five options you need to choose one option. And in those five options, the new paper which is being introduced is related to data science. So we discussed about the paper structure. Now what about the other things which you need to complete in order to become an ACCA member, like EPSM module and PER requirement? Now let's talk about this. So guys, I'm not going to get into details about the modules and other changes because you guys have already seen the session which is being released by the ACCA and have already seen the breakdown which is given by the ACCA. So now let's talk about it in very brief. Right now what we do, we need to complete EPSM module when there are no clear guidelines or no necessary requirement by ACCA, like after this paper you need to complete EPSM module. So we do whenever we feel like doing. After we complete all the papers, we do EPSM module. This is generally which is done by ACCA students right now. But after the changes are being implemented, now what ACCA wants you to do, to complete module after each level. You are done with knowledge level, you need to complete one module, and if you have not completed module you cannot start another level, which is a huge change. Apart from that, usual 36 months of PER requirement, practical experience requirement, but there are also optional employability module which a student can take. So now the question, from when these changes are going to be implemented, from which year, from which month? So these changes are going to be implemented from September 2027. So guys, this was the full update regarding the new changes released by the ACCA, and I know many students are confused regarding these changes, and there are a lot of questions which are going on in their mind. Many students who have not started with the ACCA journey, thinking about whether to start with the ACCA journey or are in the middle of the ACCA journey, have doubt in their mind, like should we wait till September 2027 to start with our ACCA journey, or should we give a professional level after September 2027? What should we do right now? So guys, if you want to start with your ACCA journey and you're genuinely interested in this qualification, then why you want to waste your time? Start right now. This is the time, this is the golden period. You should start right now. Do not waste your time. So Norin, we listen to your advice and we start with the ACCA journey right now. But till the changes are going to be implemented, let's say till September 2027, we reached middle of our journey. So are we going to face problem in that scenario? Guys, remember why ACCA is making these changes. ACCA is making these changes just to empower you so that you are well equipped with the new technology, and it is not making these changes to delay your ACCA journey. And if you begin with your ACCA journey right now, yes, you are going to follow the current structure, but ACCA has promised a smooth transition for the students who are already in this system. So guys, that was it for this video, and if you liked my video, then you know what to do. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Till then, bye bye and take very good care of yourself.